South Africa is not just talking about immigration anymore. It is boiling over. Shops are closing. People are running. Foreign nationals, legal and undocumented, are leaving in fear. And now, a deadline has been set, 30 June 2026. The question is no longer, is there a problem? The real question is South Africa about to cross a line it cannot come back from? Let's strip away the noise. This is what is actually happening right now. Over 40,000 undocumented migrants have been arrested in 2026 alone. More than 7,400 arrests happened in just 1 month. Governments across Africa are pulling their citizens out of South Africa. This is not normal. This is not just protests. This is a system under pressure and starting to crack. President Ramaphosa himself admitted the system has failed. Borders have been weak, corruption has played a role. But he also made one thing very clear. No citizen has the right to enforce the law themselves. And that's exactly where things are getting dangerous. Across the country, the situation is turning volatile. Migrants describe living in extreme fear every day. Hundreds have been forced into halls, churches, and shelters. Over 2,000 people sought refuge in a Durban hall alone. And it's not just fear. There is violence. Foreign-owned businesses have been looted and destroyed. People have been attacked. Several deaths have already been reported, including African nationals. Let that sink in. People who built their lives in South Africa for decades, people who speak local languages, people who are part of communities, are now being told to leave. Some are sleeping on the street. Some are fleeing the country. Some don't even know where home is anymore. One of the biggest developments? Africa is responding. And it's not quiet. Nigeria is planning to evacuate thousands of its citizens. Ghana has already flown hundreds home. Mozambique has evacuated citizens after reporting deaths. Malawi, Zimbabwe, others doing the same. This is not migration anymore. This is an exodus. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of the people leaving are not illegal. They are leaving because they feel unsafe. Now we talk about the movement at the center of it all. March and March has done something powerful. It forced the country to confront illegal immigration. It forced the government to act. It gave a voice to millions frustrated with unemployment and service delivery. But here's the other side. Its messaging has been called inflammatory. Critics say it is fueling hostility. And whether intentional or not, violence is happening in its wake. The movement insists we are not xenophobic. But here's the reality. When people are attacked in the streets, when shops are looted, when fear spreads faster than facts, labels stop mattering. Consequences do. Now we come to the ticking clock. June 30th, March and March says the shutdown will happen. It will be nationwide. It will pressure the government. But let's be brutally honest. There are only two possible paths. Best case, peaceful protests, controlled demonstrations, clear pressure on government. Worst case, widespread looting, violence spreading, businesses shutting down, transport disruption, economy taking another hit. And here's the hard truth. Even if leaders call for peace, it only takes one group, one spark, one moment, and everything changes. This is no longer just internal. Across Africa, countries are evacuating their citizens. Governments are angry. Public opinion is shifting. At the World Cup, some Africans openly supported other teams against South Africa as a protest against xenophobia. That is symbolic, but powerful. South Africa is starting to lose continental trust. Here is the uncomfortable reality. Yes, illegal immigration is a real issue. Yes, South Africans are struggling. Yes, people are angry, and not without reason. But not everyone being targeted is illegal. Not every problem is caused by migrants. and not every action happening right now is justified. This is where things become dangerous, because when anger becomes identity, when frustration becomes blame, it stops being policy. It becomes something else. South Africa is standing at a crossroads. On one side, law, order, real reform. On the other, fear, chaos, division. June 30th is not just a protest date. It is a test of leadership, a test of discipline, a test of whether this country can fix its problems without tearing itself apart. The pressure is real. The anger is real. The problem is real. But what happens next will define South Africa for years to come.